So the website that I'm gonna have you take a look at is the Albuquerque Public Library website. I'll
Mhm.
have a few questions and then a few tasks that I'll ask you to complete. First question, how often do you visit a physical library location, like actually going in?
Maybe 2 times a year.
And how often would you say that you visit the library or a library website?
Never.
Okay. In looking at this homepage that you have up, please tell me a few things that you like and that you don't like.
I like it, that it looks pleasing, like how everything is um aligned on the page. Like it looks like it is a professional website. There's a lot of I don't like that there's a lot of white space on the sides, like a lot of missing that could be a lot of missing space that could be utilized. And I feel like the colors make it seem like it's more of a child's website than a public library.
Is there anything on this homepage when you look at the content or you just scan it? Is there anything that looks interesting to you?
Uh, Mostly what sticks out, I didn't even really notice this says closure notices, just this middle poster with the public library speaks your language.
Looking at the menu options on the top in the bright green navigation bar, are there any topics that look of interest to you? And you can roll over them as well.
Um, I mean, the downloads looks interesting. I don't really know what this stuff is, I guess, but I wouldn't think those are the subcategories just from the downloads tab, and I probably wouldn't have thought to click on it.
Okay, can you find the newsletter section? Hmm.
I I don't know if this is the newsletter. Here we go.
And looking at this newsletter section, what are two categories that look interesting to you? And do you have any ideas for a category that you would like to see that isn't listed?
Um, I guess must read books, mystery, and page to screen.
And is there any category that you might want to see that isn't listed on here?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I also do like fantasy and science fiction, but action, I think it might, it's kind of just a broad category, but it probably fits into a lot of those. That's all I can think of.
Can you click on one of the categories that looks interesting to you and click in deeper, the view latest issue? Would this be the type of information you were expecting under that category of science fiction?
Um, doesn't, maybe it looks like just from the cover of the books, I might be interested in two of them, but I do like that they give this type of information in the subcategories too.
So can you find the library's YouTube page from their website?
There we go.
If you click on the videos tab on this page, is there any, at first glance, are there any videos that look of interest to you?
This one does. Mongo bento box.
Any others that might look interesting to you?
I mean, obviously the videos without a um, screen page are not going to be as capturing. I probably wouldn't watch a video on honeybees, but the bento box honeybees, the cat, and the floral arrangements all look more appealing than the other three, four videos.
I think you can scroll down a little bit too, and they offer other.
Animal wall art looks maybe a little interesting. The wonky donkey looks like I would watch it just to see what it's about. Maybe some veggie sushi. Yeah,
Okay.
few videos.
Um, if you could go back to the library website again, should still be open in your browser. How would you get back to the home page? Okay. Now, how would you search for a book by a subject of your interest? And just, you can type in your subject of interest or, well, just show me how you might go about that. Okay, now, could you narrow your search down using at least two search result facets on the page?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
So can you narrow your search results down by selecting two different specifications? And can you try and narrow the publication date, the published date of the book down to the last 4 years? Do you see any books that look of interest to you in looking at this list?
The dedication to murder sounds interesting.
Okay, Now I'd like you to find a specific book titled Edit Like a Pro with iMovie. Oh, that's a great book. All right, the next task is find two events that look interesting to you. And you can just, if you find one, you can just say it out loud if it looks interesting and you can just say the
Okay.
name of it. But if you don't, that's fine too. Just tell me if you don't see anything.
Huh? Is coloring in coffee. You said multiple or just
Just
one?
tell me two events that
Oh.
look interesting. So maybe coloring and coffee.
And I guess I'll say genealogy
And then the next question is, can you find the printable event guide?
right here.
And click on that. If you scroll briefly glance through this, does this look more helpful to you than the events page you were on before?
Um,
Or did you like the other page better?
I think I like this page more because you can see when they are, and then you can look at the other page to get a more in-depth description of what the event's gonna be. Oh, yeah, I like this one more. Like this Harry
Um,
Potter Horcrux hunt.
okay. So that looks interesting to you.
Yeah, all the Harry Potter stuff looks cool, which I didn't see on the other page.
So in looking at some of the supplemental information, like you just looked at, like the events page, the YouTube page, um, some of the newsletter categories that you liked, and then looking at the homepage, um, in general, do you have any suggestions that for the library website that that you think they should add that would make it more appealing for you to want to visit, or find things that you're looking for?
Yeah, I think the events page could definitely be a little more user friendly. The tech, like the text fonts are all different. It seems like different sizes, different um, types of font. So it makes it a little difficult to read, and I don't really want to read it just because it kind of hurts my eyes, like straining trying to read this very thin text on a just plain white background. I think if they made the events page on the website more like the printable event guide, it would be better. Uh, Also, I don't know how difficult it is for people to find the homepage again. I know you can typically click on just the icon for the website and it takes you back to home. That's why I can find it easily. Um, I think the search bar does a pretty good job at helping you find what you're looking for. It's not too difficult. Um, Narrowing down the searches, I could see that being a problem for some people.
Is there anything that you would like to see on this homepage that would be more in, like from some of the stuff you looked at? Or that you know that the library offers that might be more interesting to you than what they currently have?
Yeah, I think they could utilize a lot of like just what's on my screen right now, including the empty space on the left and right. Maybe like put up a picture of some events that are happening like this week, and it has a date listed above them, like how they have these six little um, postage boards in the middle of the screen. They can have that for multiple categories, make them a little bigger, expand these menu options off to the side. Like these events just don't look appealing. Um, I didn't even realize they were events until I started talking about them, but yeah, the text doesn't match. It's very out of view. So, like I said, I've been looking at the website for 20 minutes. It just now caught my attention. So yeah, just maybe making it a little bit more uniform. Not so many colors clashing on one page when you're trying to give information.
That was all the questions that I have for you today, and I really appreciate your time in browsing the website and providing us some feedback.
You're welcome. Thank you for doing the test with me.
I'm gonna stop recording now.